Hello again, family. My name is Chris. I am your home gamer dad, and welcome back to Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs, our mini adventure with the Cragheart right here, going through all of the little worlds with big problems. Speaking of big problems, in the last episode, we had a big one with the microphone going all crackly and things like that. It should be fixed right now. It hasn't done anything like that in the last several videos I did, so crossing fingers and all that in between. You may also notice a little bit different of an image here. I decided to use my other camera instead of my Logitech camera, just to see if it's going to be a better image overall for you guys to check out from here, especially if we're going to be getting into a little bit more nitty-gritty of it all. Reduce, hopefully, some of the blur, give or take, maybe? I don't know, whatever it is. In any case, last time we did, what was that, number 10, yes, it was mission number 10, around halfway point, because there's 20 missions in the whole thing in total, even though you don't play all 20 missions when you go through a game, because you're skipping over the character-specific ones. The Cragheart character-specific one isn't until, like, 17 or 16, so we still got a little bit of ways to go before we find this one specifically for that. And again, like I said before as well, what I'm going to do is once I've completed the main story with the Cragheart, I am going to go back and just play individual games of those specific heroes, just so I can use them, just so you can see them and things along that ways. Now, with this, what is it? This one right here, which is number 11, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Hold on. Yeah. Number 11. We are still a level 3 Cragheart, so we start at 15 health, so I have that right over here. We do have our level 3 modifier board right here, which is a lot better than, you know, any of the previous ones. A bunch of +2s already from the beginning. Some muddling we have going on, pushing away, immobilizing, really good. This is the last time that we're going to be using the level 3. In the next one, not this one, but the one after it, we will be level 4, so we'll be able to upgrade 3 of these instead of just 2, and I've already kind of done that already. The top row is what I'm keeping, the bottom row is what is going back. So from the from the rock slide and the meteor combo, I am keeping rock slide as my card. The other level 1 I'm keeping is explosive punch over rocky end, because what I want to do is, with Lumbering Bash, for example, I'm going to be getting rid of Kinetic Energy, which is the level 1 for Lumbering Bash, which is level 2, to give me a starting element in my hand with the Earth, because I'm going to need that for this one. Trust me, in this one, if you have the ability in order to get rid of status elements, good idea to do that. And then the other level 2 I'm taking, instead of Dirt Tornado, I am taking Cataclysm, just because it does a little bit more damage, and I think I'll be able to do a better hit with this. I also need to have cards that are not crazy high with initiative, because I need to go first before a lot of these enemies go, because this is going to be a tough one indeed. It is the Cragheart by himself against 4 enemies on the field, including a very powerful one, if you can already see how some of the health values are over here. So, with that said, let's go ahead into our scenario book. We will flip this out away. Yep. We are in scenario 11, up to the window. Let's read the story, see what our setups are and everything, and get to it. Scenario 11, up to the window. The collector should know by now that nothing is easy. There are more monsters between you and this window. They're just waiting there for you on the dresser drawers. And on top of that, a large rat. Monsters: sewer rat, venomous centipede. Special rules: you begin the scenario with the muddled condition. Goal: defeat all monsters. Short, sweet, and to the point, exactly how I like it right now. Okay, so going into this fight with all of these different enemies, I have my equipment over here. So we are allowed to take 1 weapon for each hand, unless it's double-handed, in which case you only carry 1. But for now I have the button shield in 1 hand, which I exhaust it. During enemy's attack, I can gain 1 shield, so that'll reduce the damage by 1. And then the chestnut shell shield, during an enemy's attack, I can exhaust this to gain 1 defense and a retaliate of 1, so that's good in order to deal damage back. For our bagged items, you're allowed to carry 1 bagged item equal to half your level rounded up. We are level 3, so half of that is 1.5, rounded up is 2, so we get to take 2 bagged items into this. Both of these items that I'm taking require me to absorb elements in the room in order to be able to do stuff. First is the drop of clear water. During my turn, I can absorb ice or air, and I can efficiently put out air. to remove one negative condition from my character. There is, I do have to put the Muddled on me, so that's the thing. In addition to that, I have the Nightshade Pollen after an enemy attacks. So that means they attack me. I can absorb the earth element or darkness if it was in there to poison that enemy. So that's kind of like a retaliation of elements, or I'm sorry, of status back at them. So I am muddled right now. Muddled means that until the end of my next turn, so it's this turn plus the next one, I believe, anything I roll, I have to take the lesser of the two. So I got to roll twice and take the worst, which is terrible considering like the way the dice works out. It's 50, or I'm sorry, 1/3, a third of the plus, a third of the negative, or the circles, I should say, and a third of the minus. So it's always a 1/3 chance of being not where you want it to be. So we'll see what happens. We'll cross our fingers for the best right now, but these first few rounds are going to be very difficult because we have 1, 2, 3 scorpions already very close to us. I'm going to actually remove these for right now, just so we can take a better look at the map. The map looks pretty confusing and looks very busy of sorts. Anything with the green outline is an object, which is great for the Cragheart because I can do all types of crazy stuff with those. But those are impassable unless you have a jump ability, which all the venomous scorpions have. These purple ones right here are pretty much hazardous terrain. You need to spend 2 movement just to get into it. That includes enemies should they not have jump. And of course the scorpions do and everything like that. So I could hide back here from the rat if it gets too close to me. But the scorpion, I'm going to call them scorpions so much. The centipedes definitely have the ability to crawl over no problem. Cragheart's going to start right here. And then we'll put the green centipede right there, the blue centipede right there, the purple one right there, and our red sewer giant rat, right there. We've seen these enemies before, and speaking of seeing before, I've actually seen pictures of people post the updated version of Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs, which has like the reprints of everything. These little circles, significantly brighter. So if you don't have this game yet and you're looking to pick it up, now is actually a great time to get it because the 2nd edition printing of this really helps make these colors stand out. So you can see which one of the dials are easier compared to which one of the cubes are on the field, so you know which one you're looking at. I still have a little problem with the green and blue because they're very, very dark, but they do fix that in the updated version. Anyway, we're still doing the standard edition for attack. I'm not going to change that at all. Our venomous centipedes, very fast. Even at their highest level, they're still doing a run of 58. They're going to be poisoning me every time they attack, so I got to watch out for that. And that's just going to happen no matter what. I don't think there's any way to block that, which is kind of why I wanted to get that that drop of clear water to try to get rid of poison as much as I can. And then they have a lot of jumping movement and a lot of single ping damage, which is why those shields are going to be really good. Our sewer rat, he's kind of our boss for this of sorts. He has 16 health, which is crazy. Does a lot of damage. He can poison me, heal himself. I'm going to wait to the end in order to fight him because I'd rather just knock out these guys first before I take out this guy. With that said, why don't we go ahead and start with our first 2 cards. I'm actually going to take back Rocky Slide and Cataclysm because those are going to go into my hand. And we are going to start with Explosive Punch and Lumbering Bash with a initiative of 28. The idea would be to use the top half of Explosive Punch, which is going to do 3 damage, +1 damage to a target. Target one enemy within 3 hexes if you're adjacent to an obstacle. I am adjacent to an obstacle, so I can target an enemy within 3 hexes. Yep, that'll probably be the green centipede. It'll do 3 damage, +1 damage if the target is adjacent. So this will be 4 damage plus whatever modifier I have. And then I'm going to set up a retaliate right here. So this way, anything within range 3, that includes next to me if I'm not mistaken, if it hits me, we'll get a shot back of 2. So if this thing gets close to me, I can really kill it pretty fast. So get one of them out of the way within this round. All right, let's go ahead and start their opening positions. That is a plus. All right, so they're going to do a lot of damage, but they're going late, so that's fine. And then we have get back here, the sewer rat, which is a minus, and he's wow, okay, no, he is going really early, but that's fine. There's really not much the sewer rat can do because he's kind of stuck in the corner right there, which is fine. Do I want to change? No, I've already declared my initiative, so I will be going before the centipedes and everything, so that'll be all right. All right, Sewer Rat is really just going to have to move 1. He can't move 2 because he can't jump over anything. There's no available spots and everything. So this is actually probably the best thing for him right now. He can't hit me. He can't heal. So that is what it is. Now we get to go. This green centipede right here is within 3 of me. So I'm going to be doing 4 damage plus whatever I roll here. And I got to roll it twice and take the worst. So that is a circle. So that's just going to do 4 damage. As long as I don't roll a minus. Nope. Okay, good. So that is still a circle. Good. So that is 4 damage to the green guy. So he goes from 7 down to 3. That's good. Pop that right there. We know this drops down 1 as well. And so this will now flip over to the side, side B, which is good. That comes back. There was earth within the field. I forgot to put that in there as well. So if this guy comes at me, I can absorb it in order to get rid of it. Not get rid of it, to do poison him, I mean. But regardless, he's going to go 1, 2, 3 because he has 3 movement and he needs 2 to get there. He's going to attack me for 2. Let's see if he does anything. Oh, plus. Oh, man. Okay, so now he's attacking me for 3. I'm actually going to use my chestnut shield right now. So we're going to go ahead and exhaust that. So what that's going to do is that's going to reduce the damage by 1. So I'm only going to be taking 2 damage. So we'll go 15 to 13. That does 1 retaliate, and my lumbering bash does an additional 2. And so that goes boom, 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 and my guy is dead right now. Unfortunately, he did hit me, and that means my Cragheart is poisoned. I could wait until I gain my air, which I think I'm going to in order to get rid of it, but for right now, we'll just leave it at that. As far as the rest of these guys go, Blue's going to go next to move into 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll just go 1, 2, and that's really all that he can do because he can't jump over him and he needs 2 in order to get into that spot. So that is going to be the end of that. Lumbering Bash, I'm going to take back. I could leave this out and just let it keep going for as long as I want, but I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to Dig Pit and pull that to my hand. Okay. So with that said, let's get that done. It's the end of this turn that the Muddled's going to go away. I'm not going to be a big fan that I'm going to have to do this because it's going to be a lot of damage that I'm going to put out that I'm going to have to keep re-rolling and everything. But we're going to do Rumbling Advance with an initiative of 29 and Rock Slide. The Rumbling Advance is really just going to be a moving of 2 so I can get onto one of the the difficult terrains in order to either kind of reposition myself or get myself around. But it's the Rock Slide. Choose an obstacle within 3 hexes. So right from here, I can target this middle thing right there, and then all enemies adjacent to the chosen obstacle are going to get hit. So that'll hit for 3, that'll hit for 3. That's going to really be it, unless they go before me and they move up and around and then the rat comes in. But at least if I can hit those 2 right now, that would be great. All right, let's see where they go. They stay at 58. Okay, well, they're going to move, but if I move back, I might be able to avoid their attacks, and you are going to go to 80. Wow, okay, well, that moves you in, but I am definitely going before everybody. All right, so let's just do that then. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm going to first use the bottom half of Rumbling Advance for my movement, and I'm going to move 1 over. It's 2 movement to move into that difficult terrain. You can use any number to get out, so I just moved 1 over here. That's going to force them to come around or down or just whatever it is that they need to do. They have to also go through the difficult terrain, especially because they're not jumping this turn, which is really good. Now then, here we go. All right, we're going after the blue one first. This is going to be 3 damage minus. So even if I do anything else, it's not going to matter. So really, that's just going to do 1 damage to the blue guy. So he's down to 6. That'll at least move down. And here we go. If I roll 2 pluses, that would be great. That's 1 plus. And second plus. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nope, I did the minus, which is a -1. All right, so 1, 2. A little bit of damage. Not that great, but just chip away at them. We get rid of the muddled condition, which is fine. This flips over to Crater, and because I've used this on its B side, it's going to go to the discard pile, which I'm just going to put up right here. Crater comes back to my hand. Luckily, it's the end of my turn, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So now I can start fighting normally, even though if they hit me, I'm going to be in trouble. Moving 3, 1, 2, but you can't move any. Well, I guess he can move there for 3. Would that even make sense? Yeah, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they both kind of move in on me that way. They don't have a ranged attack, so they can't hit me, which is why I'm kind of glad where I am right now. But that they're getting really, really close. As far as the rat go, he just moves 2, 1, 2. And again, there's no ranged attacks to anything, so they got to get close to me in order to hit me. All right, so as far as my cards in hand, I actually don't have anything that's producing any elements, so there are no elements in the field right now, which stinks. I would have loved to have Cataclysm with a little bit extra to it, but that's okay. We're going to play Cataclysm because I need to play that off. And then I need to play Crater in order to just kind of use that. Now, that'll go to a B-side, and then I'll still have Dig Pit in my hand for next turn. So before anything else, and Dig Pit's great because I can go invisible and just kind of kill my turn and then hopefully like get a little bit out of the way in order to do a long rest. But for right now, we have Cataclysm at the speed of 26, which is going to do a massive attack 2 away. So I'll be able to hit both of these guys and not take any penalties because it is a ranged attack. I can target pretty much there and hit all around. If the rat moves forward one, I'd be able to hit that too, which is great. I wish I was able to pull in some earth in order to gain an immobile and additional attack, but at least I'm not muddled anymore. And then using the Crater, I can move 3 while jumping, so I can like really run away very fast and kind of put myself in a corner. Again, if I had some earth, I'd be able to do an attack, but that is what it is. All right, Scorpions. They are going at 33, so I am faster than them. That's fine. The rat is going at 3, but again, he's a little bit too far away, but that actually puts him into position because he's going to go 1, 2, move himself right into there to try to get close to me. He does have a Retaliate on, but the Retaliate does not have a range to it, so all I need to do is just smack him, and he is great, and he's dead. He's great. Well, he's not dead, but I could do some good damage because I can target that obstacle right there for my Cataclysm, and then I should be able to hit them all. I mean, even if I target this guy right here, that still hits all 3 of them. So, yeah, actually, I'm going to do that first. And if I hit any of them, actually, no, they'll all be muddled. Oh, that'll be even better. Okay, so let's start with the blue guy right here. This is a 2 damage. This actually goes down 1, right? Yeah, I'm on this side. So I could possibly totally miss, which would be awful. And I do. So blue is just that. He is still muddled, so that's a thing. Move that down. This could be a ×2, which could be very helpful. Nope. It's a -1, and I push. So I get to push you away. So I'm just going to push you back. And -1, so you only get 1 damage. So you are at 4. That goes down. Maybe I'll immobilize the rat. That would be fine too, right? Circle, which is +1, 3 damage. This is at 13. Okay, so again, a little bit of damage here and there, but it is what it is. I now get to move 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'm able to do that and jump over it because this has the jump symbol on it. Now, this flips over. I actually have the air now, so I can get rid of that poison. This goes to my discard. And unfortunately, the venomous centipedes go. So this guy's actually going to go 1 up here. He would normally go 2, but he's just going to go 1. And he's going to attack me for 1 and then 1. This guy actually did his thing. So that should have went down. Always got to remember to do that. So we'll do the first attack right here. -1. All right, so it does no damage. That's fine. I'm already poisoned, which actually it does do a poison damage. So that gets through no matter what. Move that down. He does a second attack, which is a plus, of course. +1. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and exhaust the button shield right here in order to reduce that by 1. So I only take 2. So I am down to 10. Okay. And now this guy moves 2. 1, 2. He's not next to me, so he's not going to do an attack either, but that stops them right there. Okay, what are we going to do? I mean, I only have 2 attacks. I have Stone Pummel and Dig Pit. I do have some air in here, which is great. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, let's see what their initiative is. It doesn't really matter at this point because I have an initiative 21. They have 33 for the centipedes. And the rat, what is that one? Shrink it down. It's a minus, which is a 3. So the rat's going to go first regardless. Again, the rat's going to move 2. He'll probably just move here because he wants to try to get close to me. But unfortunately, he heals himself for 2. So that little bit of damage I did didn't really even matter. Now it's our turn. Okay, so the way that this is going to work right now is we're going to go ahead and use our drop of clear water. We're going to absorb the air in order to get rid of this poison. So that's at least a good thing. Next, we'll use the bottom of Dig Pit and move 2, but then we're going to be invisible. So I'm going to move 2 onto this spot right here. Now, I am in a good position for those guys, and being that I'm invisible until the end of my next turn, they cannot target me, which is great time in order to be able to do a full recharge, you know, a long rest. But before I do that, I can do a stone pummel. So that's going to be in front of me, 2 spots. That's the blue and the purple enemy, which is great. 3 damage a piece. This actually should have gone back up to the top because that was what I tried to hit the rat with. So again, not possible to kill them, but I'll be able to refresh a bunch of things and everything and then do some damage. Again, wish there was some earth here, but it is what it is. And it doesn't matter with them being muddled as well because they're not going to hit me because I'm invisible. Attacking the blue one, plus. Okay, cool. So that's 2, 5. So that's 5 damage to the blue one. So he is at 1. That's great. Perfect. It'd be at the end of this turn anyway that they would lose their muddled. So he's not going to attack me. So I'm just going to get rid of it so I don't forget. You two, you would have lost it as well. Let's go ahead and roll for... I could kill this guy because this goes down 1. If I roll a plus, I actually will kill the purple one. Let's see if that happens. Nope, it's a minus. It's -2. So he is at 3 damage. Oh, man, are you kidding me? Just hard skin for these things. Okay, I am invisible. So they have no target in front of them. They are now immobile because of the dig pit as well. So they can't move until the end of their next turn, which doesn't really matter because you would probably do that in order to try to get away. You go invisible and then run away. That's not going to really matter because these go to my discard pile. And now I have no cards in hand. So what I need to do now is do a long rest for this particular turn. Doing so, I'm just going to roll these guys anyway. Perfect. It's an 18 because this may heal the rat. It's a minus. So yeah, he's going to get healed back to full. Man, of course. So just going to do that now. Going to put him back at 16. We're going to unimmobilize these guys because no one's moving. They don't know where I am. I'm invisible to the end of this round. So they do their thing. They're not moving. They have no targets or whatever. They're just kind of sitting there wandering around. Now what's going to happen is that on my long rest, a couple things happen. First and foremost, whoop, these come back, which is great because I could use some defense going forward against these guys because this is terrible. The next thing that happens is I heal 2. So we go up to 2, which is great. This actually should go down 1 as well because I used that against the last guy and it didn't work out. But we now get back all 4 of our cards, but I have to lose 1 from the game. So now I'm going down from these 4 to only 3. I'm going to get rid of the explosive punch. Honestly, I like every single card in here, and I really wish I could keep them all, but I need the elemental boons in order to be able to survive any type of poisoning that I get, and I need to be able to use Rock Slide on this very first turn. So unfortunately, explosive punch is out of the game, completely gone. So that's it. That's the end of the whole round. We are now back onto a new round in which I know that I'm playing a Rock Slide, and then I think I'm going to play, just because I need to get some movement going and try to get out of there, I am going to play Cataclysm. My Lumbering Bash does put some earth into the field. All right, so I have an initiative of 26. These centipedes have a 58, and the rat has 80. Okay, so I am absolutely going before all of them, which is great because I can hit and run at this point. Now, based on where I am, actually, he's right here on that. I can target 2. If I target, can I target an actual space? Do I have to target a character? Hold on, I'm going to look something up really quickly. Hold on. All right, so I am reading online the online booklet PDF for Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs, which, by the way, if you have this, you'll know that the Learn to Play doesn't cover nearly everything that this game has to offer. You got to go on to the website in order to be able to find the ever-living instructions right here, which is really hard to see, so I apologize for putting that on the screen because it's very bright. The living document that is always about the updated rules and information for this game. Now, what I was curious is that with Cataclysm, can I target a space without an enemy in order to be able to do the full area of effect attack? And it says, yes, the initial hex does not need to contain a figure. So my ranged attack is right here on this spot. So I can hit 1, 2, and 3 from that point. That should not mean I need to muddle my attacks either, because if you're adjacent to somebody doing a range, you're supposed to roll, have disadvantage. But because I'm attacking here and it's an area effect all over the place, it should not matter. And I'm going to say it doesn't matter. So we're going to go with that. I am going to absorb the earth in order to be able to do +1 damage and immobilize. So I'll be able to immobilize all 3 of these guys, do the +1, and I'm going to also do Rock Slide right here, which is +1 to all of your attacks this round. So this is going to be a 2, 3, 4 attack on every enemy, plus a muddle, plus a, immobilize. So this could be amazing. And I think I'm going to start with the purple one right now. I normally start with blue, but he only has 1 health. And based on where I am here, I feel better being able to do this. So we're going to start with the purple. We're going to start with the purple one right here. So it's again 2, 3, 4 damage. We're going to roll this and we get a plus. Of course we do, 5, 6. So the purple guy is obliterated from the screen, which is fantastic. Now, move this down 1. We are now going to attack the blue guy, which again could mean that I lose. I completely miss on him, but he only has 1 health, so it's a better way for me to beat him later. Nope, circle. That is +1. It doesn't really matter. Dead. Perfect. Love it. Fantastic. Now, I could get a ×2 crit here, which is even better. I know I'm not going to kill him, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put down the immobilize. So he ain't moving at all, which is great. And muddled, which isn't going to matter at all. Let's go ahead and, whoops, get back here. In we go. Circle. This actually goes down 1. No additional damage is done. I do get to push him back too, so I will just push him back here, which is fine. Keep him far away from me. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is down to 12. Chip away at him, which is very good. And he is also not moving at all. We'll move this down 1. And now, with his turn, he wouldn't move anyway because I'm invisible, actually. No, I wouldn't be. No, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be invisible for this turn at all, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to move because he's immobile. So we'll just take that off because that's the end of his turn. Well, is it this turn or the next turn? Next turn. So he's actually immobile his next turn as well. So we'll leave this on here. We'll leave this on here. He has no range at this point. Okay, here we go. These all flip over the B and back to my hand. All right, starting with what I have in my hand, I'm able to put some earth and air into the field, which is great. Lumbering Bash, I definitely do need to play just because it's on the A side and I can't afford anything else. I am going to also put, we'll put Crater down. So I have an initiative of 61. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be going after the rat, but he's immobile, so it really doesn't matter what he rolls because he is not going anywhere this particular round. Circle. All right, so shaboom right there. Now, what's great is that I can close in on him really fast and do a massive amount of damage, which is exactly what I plan on doing. All right, so with Crater, I can go ahead and absorb the earth. But before I do that, I get a movement of 3 with a jump. So then I can actually go 1, 2, 3 and get right next to him. I'm in melee range. So I'm going to go ahead and absorb this earth in order to be able to do a 3 attack against him. Kind of don't want to miss because him immobilizing right now doesn't really mean anything. Oh, and I missed. Oh, my goodness. All right, so it's only 1 damage to an 11. Unfortunately, I'm right next to him, so if I go before him, I can run away and he won't come at me because that kind of reset the immobilize. But now because I am in Lumbering Bash, I think I can do these in any order, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to say that I can. And we're going to go ahead and do the 5 attack. So this goes up this way. You guys let me know down below if I have to do it top or bottom, but I'm pretty sure I can do this in any order. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 5 attack first. Come on, give me something good. Oh, come on. All right, well, that's at least 4 damage to him. So he goes from 10, so that's 1, down to 9, 2, 3, 4. He is at 7 health. Chip away at him, and then I'm just going to move back 1 just to give myself a little bit of a breathing room because he's again immobilized. Whatever he rolls, he can't go anywhere, but at the very least, he won't hit me because I won't be next to him. This goes to the discard pile, and this flips over to B. And at this point, it doesn't really even matter for this particular round because I have to do these 2 as they are the last 2 Bs in my hand. We're getting down to the end. I'm going to need to do something strong against this guy. Wind is in here. Initiative of 21. Don't need that because these guys are gone. Let's roll it up for him. 41. All right, so I am going to, again, go first. All right, well, we'll just do the same thing as I did before. We're going to go ahead and go invisible, so it doesn't matter. He's not going to be able to target me. I will move forward 1, and he is once again immobile. Because of where I am, I'm going to do a 3 attack. I don't have any earth in order to absorb, in order to do an additional attack, so let's just hit him for a 3. This does go down 1. Okay, can we not roll a minus this time? That would be great. Can we not? Okay, finally, good. That's 5 damage to him, which is awesome. So now he is all the way down to 2. He is no longer muddled. And again, because I'm invisible, all of his targeting doesn't matter. He's not healing, at least. And I think he's no longer... Oh, no, I did immobilize him this turn because of a dig pit. So it'd be the end of next turn that he wouldn't be able to have it. So again, that's going to end it right there. That's going to go away. Unfortunately, what's going to happen now, because I, again, have no cards in my hand, we're going to have to do a long rest. So at least we'll go back up to 14, which is good. This does go down 1. I got to remember that. And from here, we just got to toss 2, and we got to make sure that whatever we do is strong enough in order to be able to defeat him this round. All right, I'm going to toss Cataclysm this round, just because I think I'll be able to do a much better assault attack with Lumbering Bash and Rock Slide. Unfortunately, he is going to definitely hit me this turn because of the high initiatives here, which is an 81 and an 85. It doesn't matter what he does, he's going to hit me. But at the very least, I do have my shields to reduce it by. I will have some earth in there as well. I do gain 2 back, even though I'm only at 15, so that's as max as I can go. So I'm pretty good with all of this. This goes away. Now he rolls. Just don't be a minus. Don't be a minus. It's a minus. Of course it is. So that's gonna go here. He is healing for 2, which is not what I wanted because it's just less I got to deal with. Yeah, I do have a retaliate of 2 right there. So really, there's nothing else that he's doing to me this turn, but he's going to retaliate whenever I hit him, and he retaliates for 2 damage, and he'll poison me, which is just going to have to be what it is because I need to hit him this time. So what we're going to do, this is right here, I believe. Yes, because I did the +2 on that. Oh boy, I hope that's the right spot for that. Yeah, all right, we're just going to do that. +1 to all your attacks this round. We're going to do a 6. This is going to be a 6, and at least it's not a complete loss. So regardless of anything, I should be able to hit him. I should kill him even at a -1. So regardless, it's a -1. So it's a 6, it's a 5. He only has 4 health left. I do take 2 damage. Blah, he does do a little bit of retaliate. I do get poisoned, but regardless of all that, that 5 damage brings him down to 0, knocking out the rat and finishing up the window. A little bit of annoyance getting there, but we did it. Huzzah! From up here, you finally get a full view of the next phase of the plan. Thin piece of twine runs from this window down to the window on the first floor of the Crooked Bone across the street. A rickety wooden platform hangs from the twine.
Just get on and I'll winch us across,
the collector says.
Though gravity will do most of the work.
You hesitate briefly, but you didn't come all this way for nothing. Play Scenario 13, Zipping Across. And there you have it, everybody. Scenario 11, Up the Window, has been done. What did we unlock for this one? We first get more fun powdery substances, Pinch of Doom Powder. This is a bag item that you would get rid of when you use it. During your next attack, add, what is that right there? That is disarm. Okay, so you can't hit anything, and poison to your next attack. Oh, that's fun. You also get a sewing needle for a one-handed item, which is nice seeing a bag and a one-handed item in a card for once. During your attack, add 1 piercing, and you just have to exhaust it. So that is awesome. Regardless of anything, we do also get the Scenario 12 items, which would have been for the Tinkerer. This is his, or their, I think it's a female, I don't remember, their initial, or their unique mission that they would be doing. By beating this, we would get the Sharpened Pencil. During your single target melee attack, add a large range to that, straight through, which is awesome. Double-handed weapon right there, which would have been great. And then we also get the Coin Shield, which is an upgrade from our Button Shield. During an enemy's attack, add 2 shield to your defense, which is awesome. So I'll probably be using that more often than not going forward. But being able that we were able to finish up 11, that was a weird sentence to say, we have now been able to move on to the next scenario, 13, in which we have officially leveled up. We will be level 4 going on there, which is really just more health for us at 16 instead of 15. Yay. But then we also have 3 of these cards that we get to upgrade instead of just 2. And then once we reach level 5, we'll be at our max health, we'll be at our most here, and we can carry 3 bag items. But that's going to be like 1 or 2, no, it's going to be like 2 or 3 missions from now. I think 3 missions from now. One of them might be the Cragheart. No, I'm sorry. We got to wait till we're level 5 before we get the Cragheart unique one. But zipping across does have a crazy special rule to it. Yes, you have to defeat all the enemies, but there's just some wild, wacky stuff that you're doing, bouncing around and zipping around the map and things like that. But that's going to be for our next adventure into Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. Meaning that if you don't want to miss that or any other fun videos that I put out for you to enjoy, please sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. Let me know what you think of this down in the comment section below, how we're doing with our travels through Gloomhaven. Have you reached this one yet? Have you completed up the scenario 11, or have you beaten the game in general? I still haven't, so a lot of these missions are new to me and very exciting to play through, and I'm very curious on how all of the other heroes plays as well. I'd love to hear your opinions on who your favorite hero is, in addition to just what you're doing in your game and all your fun stuff like that. So thank you all again. You've been amazing. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. Until next time we get shrunk down and zip across to our next destination, you guys take care, and I'll see you then. Have a good one, everyone.